Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to sort a sushi belt. This is just the way that I've figured out how to do, and it seems very clean, and I don't know if there's tutorials, there most likely is, but this is the way I do it. So I'm making crystal oscillators here, and this is a very slow sushi belt, but it should work with everything else. It actually does work with everything else. We're using the default recipe. We're getting a little bit of cable, a little bit of reinforced iron plates, and heaps of quartz. So the problem is that that's just because it's been backed up for about 6 centuries. The problem you always run into is, one, you're making heaps quantities, and like the cable, I don't even want much to come here. I think it comes on like a Mark 2 or 3. And you're like, oh, that shit will jam. So I'll show you exactly what I did here to essentially relieve the jams when they do happen. Okay, so I've stripped it down to the bare components, like the three inputs onto a sushi belt, and you'll see the problem very quickly. It's off, so it'll be instant. But yeah, essentially you want bang and reinforced, and then when you pump these out, you'll realize, oh shit, let's speed this up just for the sake of this. As you can tell, this is absolutely clusterfuck. Not much is, nothing is really gonna get made, and if it is being made, it's by luck. So here's what you do. Alrighty, so we're gonna make crystal oscillators again, and I'll show you how to properly organize this. So what you're gonna do is you're going to allocate entrance 1 to the crystal quartz, let's say, 2 to cable, and 3 to reinforced iron plates. Essentially, you just grab a smart splitter and put it in line, connect them up, and you want to do this one as overflow and this one as your items. So quartz and this one will do reinforced iron plates and overflow. Now, for the middle, you want to go any undefined and any undefined. So that meaning your cable will pass through, and so will your crystal, and then your cable will only pass through for the third one. So what you want to do is you want to line up a bin that is not lined up. Okay, I'm going to grab a bin, and we're going to use it as overflow protection, and this is pretty important. So you want to go use a lift, put it in. So we're taking all the excess overflow, putting it in here before it has a chance to clog up and cause problems in our sushi belt. Then what we're going to do is we're going to send it back in into the actual sushi belt again. Use a merger and roughly line it up. Perfect. But yeah, this will be good because when items come in that cannot go in as the manufacturers usually take a while to do to produce items, they take ages. The rest will get backed up in a bin as storage. Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, what if I have low production quantities of cable, for example? This bin will fill up with cable, and then you're in problems because it's just gonna back up and everything's gonna clog. Well, we just use a smart splitter with an overflow protection into a sink. So you go there. You just go overflow to the right, remember, so right, out into a sink, or you can, yeah, it's the best to sink it or move it somewhere else or something like that. Unless you want to make 2 bins, which is possible. You can have a bin here, even a bin here if you really want to. But this works for at least crystal oscillators. I haven't used it for anything else, but yeah, could be helpful. Yeah, thanks for watching.